What is up, guys? Jay from Main J Reacts here. I would do this intro with a bit more enthusiasm, but news has just broken out in the last hour and it's all over social media. It's gone from a rumour to possibly true story, and the rumour is that Paul Pogba has failed a drug test from the first game of the season when we played Udinese, and he wasn't even featured in the game when all players had to do a drug test. And now it has finally come out that he has failed it, and there were traces of testosterone found in the sample. So there is a strong possibility here that Paul Pogba has been doping. And if this is the case, then I'll tell you right now, because he's got one more year on his contract, Paul Pogba, it's ta-ta. He's gone. He's gone. Like, you can't do this. Like, this is just beyond the joke now. Paul Pogba last season, right, had all the injury issues, right? And even though he was making some decent performances when he stepped onto the pitch, but he was missing all these games, I gave him the benefit of the doubt, right? I gave him the benefit of the doubt because he had injury issues. It was out of his control. I thought that, and because of his good performances every time he stood on the pitch, I gave him the benefit of the doubt and thinking next season, if he stays fit, he will do the business for us and maybe he can stay a little bit longer. But no, this is taking the absolute piss. Like, it's not even just a little substance which you're unsure of and you got tested positive for that and you didn't know about it. When you find traces of testosterone, there is only one conclusion, and you cannot be blind to the fact that you have more traces of testosterone in your samples, or whatever the fuck it is, blood sample, piss sample. I couldn't give a shit right now, okay? Paul Pogba has abused the trust that we've given into him, and we were patient, and now he's taken the absolute piss. Once there's testosterone in there, right, there's only one way that you can get that in there, and that's if you're doping. Using testosterone enhancers, TRT, whatever it is, you can't have that high of testosterone without you knowing. You can't. It's impossible. Now, I'm at a point, Paul Pogba, you're done. He has to go. He's only got 1 year left on his contract, and there's no coming back from this. There is no coming back from this, right? This is just straight up cheating. Using testosterone which is most definitely going to improve your performances. Most definitely. It doesn't take a fucking genius to realise that this guy is fucking cheating. Honestly, what a failure. What a failure of a signing. And me, being the dickhead that I am, actually kept believing. Even though everyone outside of the Juventus fan base, almost everyone was saying that this is a move that is just not going to be worth it. This isn't the old Paul Pogba that you remember from the first Juventus saga. This is a failure of a player that is in a rapid decline, and he's not going to deliver. And they've just proven it to be right. My brothers, my family, my friends, everyone saying who wasn't a Juventino, saying exactly the same thing. And I should have believed that. I should have believed that after all the injuries that he had. Right there, I can understand a player being unlucky with injuries, but Paul Pogba last season was taking the biscuit. Now that I look back at it. And now all this coming out with him having more levels of testosterone in his tests than any other player. And this was a test that he did before the Udinese game. A game which he wasn't even involved in. And then there was just rumours circulating. I probably heard something about it. Just a little something, but I didn't take no notice of it. But now it's proving to be true. And then soon UEFA, the Italian Federation, FIFA are going to get involved. And he is going to be out for a long period of time. Right? Football tests, they are just so strict. You just cannot get away with it. It's so difficult for you to get away with it. And if you are found out using performance enhancers, there is no way around this. There's no way around it. You're going to be out for such a long period of time. And Paul Pogba, honestly, get the fuck out of this club. I'm done. I'm honestly done. I honestly cannot see him playing again this season. I just can't. This has just been an absolute shambles, man. And I can't believe that I was hopeful that Paul Pogba was going to return to his former glory. Honestly, any Juventus fan that has watched me rant about how good this man is since he's arrived back to the club, please forgive me for my stupidity, right? Because I genuinely cannot believe that I bought into this shit. I really can't. And now with all this, we just got to wait to see what his punishment is, because there's no way around this. There's no way around this. And Paul Pogba, he's done. He's only got 1 year left on his contract, and he is going to be out for pretty much the whole season. I mean, I remember Onana when he failed his drug test, and he was out for such a long period of time, and everyone thought he's done. And credit to man, he bounced back. There's no bouncing back with Pogba. The man's in his 30s. He's made of glass. He keeps getting injured every time he steps on a training pitch, God forbid a football pitch. It's done. Paul Pogba, just go. If he had any decency, he would just terminate his own contract, right? Because we financially can't afford to terminate contracts. We financially are in crisis. So the best thing we can do is probably just let him see out his contract if he hasn't got the decency to just terminate his own contract. But he won't do that. He won't do that. And it's going to cost us more getting rid of him. So Paul Pogba should never be able to step foot on a pitch again. Ever. Forget just playing for Juventus. He should never step on a pitch again. Right? Because when you have high levels of testosterone like that, it's not a coincidence, and it's not you being unlucky. You know full well what you've been doing. I don't know if it's TRT or whatever. And it's going to improve your performance. Having higher levels of testosterone is going to improve you to a degree physically, which is going to have an effect on your footballing ability. So Pogba, no, it's done. Paul Pogba is finished at Juventus, right? And he has got to take any punishment he gets on the chin. And this has just been the biggest waste of our time. Honestly, Eden Hazard looks more of a shrewd deal than Paul Pogba at this point, with all the burgers and injuries that man has been having. Honestly, worst transfer in football history. Paul Pogba to Juventus Part 2. Without a doubt. But that is all I've got to say on the matter. Please like, subscribe. Ciao, ciao.